Okay, Kubota T1670 finished. This machine was abandoned for approximately 7 years just outside of a barn. So it did sit outside for most of those 7 years. Got it up and running. It should actually fire right up. All around, the machine is now functional. It may or may not have an issue when you go to cut too low. I was cutting out in my front yard and it did throw the belt, but did not throw the belt immediately. So I may try and bring it back down to its lowest setting and try again, but that doesn't really matter to the owner. The owner is primarily using this as a bush hog machine, so that really doesn't matter. The other issue this has is now the deck brake is stuck in the on position. It's pretty well seized up. It's not really worth fixing. The deck does stop quick enough as it is anyways. That's what this cable right here is. This is the deck brake cable. It connects up with the main idler pulley up in here. So I gotta put that back up into place. I'm gonna put a little bit of epoxy on it just to hold it into place, just in case if the brakes do let loose. They have been sprayed, they have been lubricated a bit. They just will not come loose on their own. So that's not really a huge deal. The owner is aware of it, and I think we're just going to leave it the way it is. Sorry about that. I just finished doing the tune-up on the engine. I have not changed the air filter yet. I got to look for an air filter cover. I should have one. All this machine really needed for new parts was the battery, really. Total into this machine invested to fix it is right around $120. That's the battery being the most expensive. Then it needed the tune-up kit, which was a bit, the air filter, fuel filter, oil filter, and a couple other things it needed, and spark plug. The blades on the deck were good. The belts were all good, and since this is just going back to a customer, it's no real point changing out any belts. However, there's two wing nuts down here, just up in here, right there. I did change those. The one was broken, and the other one did work, but I had to buy that same part for my Kubota, my 1760, and it came with 4 wing nuts. So I gave him two wing nuts free of charge, since it'll make it a lot easier if the belt does have to be changed in the future. So, and the customer is a good friend of mine, so I'm willing to help him out. So anyways, this machine is now done. It will be going back to the customer very soon, probably Monday, and hopefully it will be put right back into service. Worst thing for this machine will be is let it sit. It really did not take much to get running. I do believe the fuel line did break and it drained out all its fuel, and that's probably what saved the carburetor. The carburetor was not that bad on this, and the fuel was left on. So in my opinion, that is what saved it, leaving that fuel turned on and then having the fuel line break. So anyways, there we are. Kubota T1670 finished. Went from abandoned back to up and running. I'll talk to you later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.